Alexander Freitag, Director of Engineering System Development Diesel Systems for Bosch, says that particulates and NOx emissions have been resolved for passenger and heavy-duty truck OEMs, and now technologies for reducing CO2 emissions are being developed.
The past in diesel was always to meet the emissions, criteria emissions, NOx emissions, particulate matters. Those were always the most important factors for our customers. Now, with the introduction of the particulate traps, particulates is no longer as big of an issue as it used to be. So most of the passengers and heavy-duty customers, they all run particulate traps, which is more or less taking care of the particulate matter. Now the next step is the NOx emissions. With the after-treatment that we have for pass cars and the commercial vehicles, the NOx emissions are more or less under control as well. I'm not saying it's easy, but we have the technology available to take care of NOx emissions. The next big push, and we've seen that from the EPA and the regulation that they're coming out, is fuel economy, CO2. So there's a big push to make sure that now that we have understood how to meet the stringent NOx and criteria emissions, we need to understand how to reduce the CO2 emissions on the vehicles. And that's where we play a role. We provide the technology to really reduce that CO2 emissions. Yeah, there's different technologies to reduce the CO2 emissions. One of them is our customers demand higher pressure to be more efficient. Some of the customers require some in the exhaust, some waste heat recovery. So there's a lot of energy in the exhaust, which would be very good if we can recuperate that energy. So we are actually also working on those type of technologies to make sure that we make the engine more efficient. And then, of course, we're also heavily involved in hybrids to make sure that we provide alternative powertrains to our customer.